What's up, everybody? I'm Greg Miller, alongside my Canadian Maple Leaf, Mitch Dyer.
That's me, Greg.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing really well.
I feel like I haven't seen a Duck's Age.
That's because you've been at PSX, where they revealed the debut gameplay footage for Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, among other things. Why don't you sing? I'll narrate this one. You just do this. That's a logo.
That's the Naughty Dog logo. Yeah, Mitch. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. They finally played it in front of us. Yes. Finally showed us what the game looks like.
For sure live.
It's amazing. Yeah, for sure live, totally. That was the interesting thing I keep talking about, is that when I was in the keynote, I'm sitting there next to Colin Moriarty, and when I see this start, I'm looking off to the side, not to the main stage, because they have so many screens. And Colin, first off, keeps elbowing me and going, "Are you looking at this? Are you seeing this?" Like freaking out at how good this game looks. And then when eventually Nate gets discovered, he's like, "I don't think he was supposed to get discovered there." I'm like, "It's a canned demo, of course." And I looked over, and then Bruce was sitting there playing
stressed
it, and
then
then fell through the floor. And I was like, "Oh, it wasn't like that." This is the polished version, I believe, though.
Yes, this is the complete, as you would expect, canned demo of exactly how things are supposed to go.
Exactly. But, I mean, you don't need us to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. With your eyes, you can see the game looks marvelous.
Yeah, I like the details. Like, you see the water splashing up against the rocks in the bottom, the water coming down on top of it. The wind hitting those the little
the leaves in the background there.
It's
not
so good.
It's not like that's some canned thing that you're
like
there to do that.
It just looks like wind. Like, you don't see that a lot in games.
The nerdy thing I kept looking at when I watched this over and over again is the grappling hook there on his left.
Just
the way the rope, the rope physics. That's what gets me excited about video games nowadays, ladies and gentlemen.
The
rope
whole
physics.
time I was like, look at him move! Look at how it's doing that!
Oh my God, everybody!
I've been saying this forever, and I say this all the time, that like next gen is not super polished graphics, right? Like yes, it is that we're seeing that, but it's the finer details and the lighting and the physics and all of this stuff. Like
it's movement. What you're gonna see a lot in this early section. I'm sure you've seen this demo, but now you have experts walking you through it. Is you'll see Nate going to move for like the next handhold, and he'll reach out. And when I was originally watching this, I wasn't sure why they were making such a big deal out of him reaching. Yeah. First off, it looks supernatural, but then it looks super natural.
Got it.
But when he eventually gets the little climbing spear he can use to get into it, you see where it would make more sense why he'd be reaching. But just the way his body weight shifts and the way he reaches out, it looks so natural, it looks so real.
Well, and it's you saw it in that last jump when he he puts his arms down to catch himself.
Yeah.
Rather than like smashing his chest into the wall and then grappling, right?
Yeah. Right here, shifting his weight, getting up there, doing all that.
You saw a bit of that in Uncharted 3. Like he'd reach out.
Sure.
And, like,
yeah. I mean, that's the thing.
Pet cats.
It's what you're talking. It's what you're talking about with the rest of the next gen, right, or current gen now, is everybody learning, right? Like just the little things Naughty Dog picks up that can. I remember it was a big deal, and they pointed out contextually when Nate would walk, and touch the rocks and stuff. So it wasn't just an animation of him walking. It looked like he was a living, breathing person in the world.
Well, now it's like he's cold, so he's like...
Oh, yeah.
And it's such a nice little touch, and he gets over it right away, right?
Yeah, you see his pants wet. That's always a big deal. Get those wet pants.
That blew my mind in Uncharted 1.
Kitty got wet. But now, right before, when the trailer first opened and we were getting ready to set up for this, you talked about the fact that he looks so different, his character model.
His character model. Like, his face just looks different, and not just like, oh, his hair is gray, so he looks older. Like, no, his facial structure is different.
I feel like every game they try to squeeze more juice out of the system they're working on, so they try to make the character model more refined. That was something a lot of people complained about in Uncharted 3 with Elena, that it looked like she had many people thought a facelift or something, but it was just I think the fact that it's the evolution of the character.
It's more detailed. She looks more like a person.
Exactly.
So
they're getting more and more realistic. It's one of those things. I remember how great Uncharted 1 looked, right? That was a big deal for us when we first saw Uncharted 1 when it first started here. And now you go back and it totally looks like Uncanny Valley of the Dolls thing. They're plastic people. You're like, what are you doing? Like, but now obviously they keep going, getting more and more
We do it
real.
so often, right? We're always just like, how do video games ever get better looking than this? Super Mario World.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know about Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, what we do know is it is Nathan Drake's pulled back into that criminal underworld of bad guys who are going out and doing things. He has to go out on this mission. He's ready to go out. He's going after some fabled pirate treasure. So you obviously looking at this, where you think we're in some kind of Caribbean environment. I mean, that's where pirates.
That makes the most
piratey,
sense,
right? They got caves, they got water, they got One-Eyed Willie.
And when I think Caribbean, I think of green, which this demo has a lot of.
Yeah, there's a lot of green.
There's just shrubberies everywhere.
What cracks me up about what's about to happen here is Drake gets his climbing spear. Is the fact that he's just so down with it already. Now, granted, I say that as I watch a man in khakis walk around with footholds and handholds, no problem, scaling it like a crazy man.
Right now.
Yeah, but he gets this and he's like, oh, cool, I can just impale the wall now for the rest of my life. Which looks like a neat
first rodeo, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's done it, I'm sure, before when I wasn't watching. Now, there's a few things we want to talk about because it gets introduced at the very end. we can confirm, because he confirmed it, that Troy Baker is in this game.
Yes.
He is Nathan Drake's brother. It looks like his
what do you
big
think
brother.
That means?
I don't know. I mean, I think it means that they had the same mother and/or father. They look kind of alike, so I'm guessing both.
Let me throw something at you.
Okay.
The original trailer for Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
We had that VO. It was Todd Stashwick.
Yeah.
Todd Stashwick is no longer in this game.
Good
Do you
point.
think Troy Baker is that character?
Interesting. I hadn't started to put all that together. But here's the thing: is that there was a lot of anger in the Todd Stashwick VO, right? It was something like, "You've left me here to rot," and ...
Sure.
Like, but here they're working together. Now, granted.
When does this take place?
Exactly. Oh, wait. You think this might be like this is a flashback?
Not necessarily.
You're just thinking the game timeline.
This might be chronologically earlier than whenever that.
Watch this
VO
move. I love the.
It's so good.
Awesome. Yeah.
Like he almost doesn't make it. It's like some Prince of Persia stuff where you grab the curtain and slide down.
Even right there, he was reaching up and he was off. His weight was off, right?
Yeah.
And these look different every time he's doing it. You know what I mean?
It's nice, and I like that. It's a helpful gameplay cue. Like, yes, you're about to go for that one, but it's also him like, can I do it?
Yeah. Can I do it without? Can I use it without the hook? Can I use it without the spear here? That's fascinating. I never thought about that, Mitchie.
I don't know. Maybe Troy was always part of the game, but.
Well, it's interesting to look at it through that lens, and especially with Uncharted, because it seems like, at least for sure in Uncharted 1 and 2, right? You always worked with a character on the very beginning, and then he betrayed you, or she, you know.
Always, every time.
You get betrayed. Was there a betrayal in Uncharted 3? It was just
who was it? I feel like there was in the very beginning of the game was like a deal gone bad, right?
What? Yeah, no,
I feel
you're
like
right.
somebody was on your side.
Yeah, you went to sell something or whatever. Yeah, that's right.
Wasn't the woman, the older woman, like the villain?
Yeah, but we knew Marlo was bad. I think we were trying to pull one over on her when we got caught. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spoilers.
Spoilers, everybody, for Uncharted 3. The woman who, the first time you meet her, like, I think threatens to kill you and puts a knife to your throat.
5 seconds into that game.
Here's a new mechanic.
Yeah, hiding in brush.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of stealth.
I hope that this isn't just for this demo. I hope that there is no visual indicator that you're hidden. Like, there's no UI right now, and I hope that stays the case, because I love the idea that, like, I look like I'm hidden. I'm probably hidden.
Yeah.
Or, man, like, I'm poking out a little bit. Maybe I'd be seen. I better pull back and be a little more careful.
Interesting.
And you see little elements like this enemy glowing, right? Like
that white up in the corner there showing that he can't see you, so you got to get moving. Interesting, too. I would think maybe the crouch would signify. Maybe that'll be our telltale clue that you're in stealthy mode.
Could be, yeah. I don't know. I love minimal UI stuff.
Oh, totally, yeah.
And that's been doing it. But.
Well, that's the interesting thing about this Uncharted demo, and what I kept talking about after watching it, right, is that I'm sure PlayStation will come up with a more polished buzzword for it, but it's non-stop action. In the fact that every animation you used to be able to sit back and watch seems like you still have to do something else. Like, this is fine. He's knocked out. Great. Maybe even there to take out his gun is something else. Who knows? Because they eliminate button prompts, obviously, for demos when people are playing them. But
I hope I can turn those off.
I bet you can. I think you have been in the past, because you just once you know what you're doing. See, I think once you duck down like that, you're hidden. Anyways, when he comes up here, eventually he's gonna pull a guy, yank him off, and that guy's gonna grab onto his leg and fight him.
Back. It's
so like
good.
in old Uncharted, right? You would toss that guy off and then just watch him fall, and that would be it. And the same thing, you know, for coming up with a few other things where you have to tap. Or it's coming up right now, actually, where we're gonna fall on this guy, knock the one dude out. Then we go to just melee the other guy, and while we're meleeing him, he eventually grabs us and starts like you have to wrestle the gun away from him, right? You can't just sit there and watch Nathan choke this guy.
Well, and I hope that these are unpredictable, right? Like,
right.
Most of the time.
Watch his hair here. Watch his hair get all wet and
that's awesome. I didn't notice that. That's great.
It's really good.
I hope that these kinds of sequences too, where they fight back and you don't necessarily win every fight.
See, I think that's what's happening, is that there are button prompts there that we're not seeing. Because Bruce is just putting on the demo. But I bet when that guy brings the gun around, there is like a flashy square or something you have to hit.
I just love it every time I went to throw a guy off a ledge. I didn't know if I was gonna do it.
Yeah. There's no certainty that you're gonna do this. There's a little more unpredictability, keeping you on your toes.
Yeah. I love this. This is my favorite part of the whole demo. When you grapple down, kills this guy, and you see the prompt. Okay, R1 to grapple. I see this dude. I can't get the shot. So he just leaps off, throws the hook.
Yeah.
And this is great. He punches him, but then catches his gun.
Yeah.
It's so good, and then instantly goes around. Like, I love that's 2 disarms in the same demo.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. I hope that's and that's another one too.
Is that a button prompt? I hope.
I think it is. You don't want that. You don't want that little bit of it.
No,
I guess
it happen.
Okay, I see. I think it's either happening because you're making it happen, or it's happened every time.
Yeah.
I don't think it's got to be one or the other.
But it can only happen if like you don't have a primary weapon, I would assume. Because now he's got it. He's got that Khalil or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But if he was already holding like an AK, that's not an AK.
I don't know. I don't.
Let us know in the comments below what weapon.
I'm a peaceable man. It's probably
I think it's a Galil.
It looks like the fail. Remember that thing that we had to use to get the headshots in Uncharted? Here you go. This guy's.
Oh, that was great. I didn't notice that he caught him off guard. I thought Drake went for him first. But that's not the case.
See, like that.
Oh yeah, now we're seeing them.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. Now I'm not convinced that the prompts are off.
I think some of them might be. I think they're probably toying with what needs to be prompted.
Yeah, I guess so.
Bruce Straley, he likes to keep on your toes. Probably didn't know that about him.
Classic Bruce.
Classic
Vintage
Bruce.
Bruce.
Here we go, little grenades. Thank God they abandoned after Uncharted 1 the 6 Assassin's grenades.
Oh my
God.
God.
At least as mandatory.
Can we pray for no more Uncharted games on Vita if they're going to be like Golden Abyss?
What? No, what?
Dude, it was all prompts all the time. This is the most boring Uncharted game ever
There were
made.
some problems with Golden Vita. It wasn't
It was a great Uncharted game. I just was not down with the prompts.
That's fine. I hope there's a charcoal rubbing mini on the touchpad. I don't really hope for that.
Can we talk about this game?
Sure, we're back to it. Back to the stealth here.
Yeah.
Now, here's something that I was pointed out to by a couple fans at PSX that I missed in the original demo, is that this is the first Uncharted game, at least the first Uncharted sequence, me and a couple of the other Beyond kids could remember, where you go into this, you get discovered. You go from stealth to discovered full-on firefight, and then are able to transition back to stealth.
It's much more like Splinter Cell. And that was the big thing with Blacklist, Splinter Cell Blacklist, was the core of that game was, if you get discovered, you should always be able to recover. Like, it should not be failure. Failure should not always be you are forced into a situation.
Right.
Which is great, because here, like, yeah, he could run around a corner and hide, and dudes don't know where he is.
Yeah.
Which is awesome, because now it's not forcing you into combat all the time. Like, if that's not your jam, and you don't like to shoot games and shoot in an Uncharted game,
I don't like shooting.
Then you don't have to do that.
I love this moment too.
Oh, yeah,
and he pops up here and his pants are all muddy, which is awesome.
I didn't notice that either.
There,
he's like, he's back.
He's all caked in the mud.
How long until that mud just evaporates?
You got that mud butt. Man, Drake, why you got that mud butt?
It took me a minute, and then I found that funny.
Drake gets climbing up there.
Classic mud butt.
Classic mud butt.
Classic mud butt. I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for the mud to go away, and it's still there. It's good.
Now here's the thing, Mitch. That's most important. Well, first off, here's where they just drop off. They're not like in full-on shoot you in the face mode.
Yeah.
He's still wearing his wedding ring, which I'm excited about.
I did not notice this.
I love Elena. I love their relationship.
Me too.
I want them to be happy forever. I don't want them to have a kid in this game.
Please no.
No kids at all.
No kids. No babies.
You've really blown my mind. Now I gotta say, because with the Stash Wish stuff, I hadn't even put it in the context.
I could be completely wrong. Like,
well, sure. That could still be the villain who's also out for the pirate thing, but now you make me really want to go back and watch it.
I want to go listen to his dialogue. Like, what does he, like, not sound like, obviously, because different dudes, but if we assume it's the same guy, like, what is he talking about? And how does he compare to what Troy Baker's character's talking about?
Yeah. It would make sense if...
That said, like, this game might be completely different at this point. It's still
also
clearly about pirates.
You're right.
But, like, Amy Hennig being gone from Naughty Dog means that the script could be completely different. That character might be gone entirely.
Here's what I think, though, and what you bring up that makes an interesting point. The Troy Baker brother in this game looks like a dirtbag.
Yeah, so he does kind of look like a scumbag.
He looks like the normal guy Nate Drake would just break his neck and be gone with.
Yeah.
So it's like he does make me think that he would be up to some shenanigans of trying to trick him out of a gold monkey or whatever the hell they're after this time.
Can we also talk about this level? Like that whole scene here with the combat?
Yeah.
There were so many different routes for him to take, different levels of verticality. Like we were at the top the whole time. Could have gone down, could have dropped down, snuck around beneath everybody. Like this is the first time in an Uncharted game we're seeing variable routes, which is exciting.
Yeah. It's
like,
not
you get a good look at the space here. Yeah.
It looks, and the way he goes here, right? He leaves these guys behind.
Yeah,
which is also very
good. Like I want to play through this game non-lethal.
Yeah,
can I play the whole thing without killing anybody? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Uncharted historically, is kill everybody from the monster closet and then go ahead and move on. And now he's got his cool Batman grapple.
And then he just throws it back on his hip. I love that. It's just dangling there the whole time. It's glowing for some reason.
It's letting you know it's close to something it can use. It's kind of like the Hobbit sword.
It's Sting, the grappling hook.
Whoa.
And also the musician. You think Sting's in this game?
Sting the musician? Yeah, of course.
Not the wrestler though.
It's gonna be what it's gonna happen is you're gonna finish the story. Probably have to kill the bad guy, whether it be the brother or the mother or whoever.
And then Sting comes out with a violin.
No, and then it's gonna pan up. And it'll be from blackness, it'll fade to black and pan to the sky, and then keep panning up, and then it'll do a thing where there's like children sitting Indian style on the ground, and pan up, and then the guy will close a book and fit like he's been reading the Uncharted book, and they're gonna go, "Grandpa, was that a true story?" And it'll be Sting, and he's gonna say, "Yeah, it was about my dad, Nathan Drake, and my mother, Elena Fisher."
That joke was the longest walk of all time.
Another cool thing here is breaking down.
I hope this is in real time. I hope that this is something you're doing and not like scripted, right?
I don't think it's scripted. I mean, clearly this is where the scripted kick in. We meet the bro. The big bro. Is it the big bro? He's the big bro, right? That's what they said.
Yeah, he calls Nathan little brother.
Yeah, I thought so. It's been a while. I saw this in the conference. I was then watching at my desk. People were yelling at me for watching the Uncharted trailer on, or, you know. There he is. Look
What's
he looks like a dirtbag.
He does. Look at his stupid collared shirt all
like
opening.
MRS, 19-something Clark.
Sure.
Helvetica.
Helvetica. Okay.
Nathan Drake, Nolan North, sharing the screen.
He doesn't look as old as he did in the reveal trailer. Not as gray.
Maybe you're right then. Maybe this is the early deal. You've blown my mind in this trailer, Mitch, and it's rare that you do that. But maybe this is the beginning of the game, setting up the thing. I don't know, man.
Lots to think about, Gregory.
There is lots to think about when it comes to Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. There it is. Fabled Pirate City, maybe, that we're looking at for Fabled Pirate Treasure. Whatever the hell it is. Maybe it's just they're looking for a new copy of Fables.
Shut it down. Let's get out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments. Share this video with your friends, and make sure you keep coming back to IGN for everything about this PS4 exclusive.